All right, let's dive into the world of ultra running, and specifically the amazing Jim Walmsley.
Ah, Jim Walmsley, what a legend.
Yeah, and we're basing this whole deep dive on the articles from rockingultra.com.
Oh, they're great. Really capture the intensity and the mindset.
Right, they've got articles for like everyone, whether you're just getting started with ultra running or you're, a seasoned pro.
And they really focus on that mental game, which is huge in ultra running.
Absolutely. And full transparency here, we're AI voices, so
Right.
think of us as like summarizing all the cool stuff on rockingultra.com.
Yeah, like your guide through their content.
Exactly, but for the full experience, definitely check out their website.
Yeah, or even their books on Amazon. Those go even deeper.
So, for anyone who might not know, who is Jim Walmsley?
He's an icon, man. 3-time winner of the Western States 100. That's like the Super Bowl of ultra running.
Huge.
And he just became the first American man to win UTMB, the Ultra Trail du Mont Blanc, one of the toughest races out there.
But what Rocking Ultra really gets into is his whole philosophy. They call it running on the edge.
Yeah, that's Jim, always pushing the limits.
Like he's known for going out super fast right from the start.
High risk, high reward.
And Rocking Ultra connects that to his overall approach to life. It's like this calculated risk-taking, like walking a tightrope.
Yeah, they even compare him to a chess player, always thinking a few steps ahead.
And they have this amazing example from his 2018 Western States win. He actually slowed down mid-race.
I remember that everyone thought he was out of it.
But then he surged later and won. It was incredible.
Totally calculated, not just going all out from the beginning.
And this running on the edge isn't just in races. Rocking Ultra talks about his move to Europe to train for UTMB.
Huge decision, leaving his comfort zone in the U.S. to tackle those crazy mountains.
Exactly. That's taking risks to another level.
Shows his dedication to always improving, pushing himself.
And it totally paid off. He won UTMB.
Yeah, amazing.
Rocking Ultra makes it clear that this running on the edge is more than just physical. It's a whole way of thinking.
It's about pushing your limits, mentally and physically.
And they talk about ultramarathons as being like a mental chess game.
Yeah, the mental side is as important as the physical, maybe even more so.
And he's had some tough moments, like that wrong turn at Western States in 2016 while he was in the lead.
Oh, I remember that. Heartbreaking.
But Rocking Ultra points out how he turns those into learning experiences.
Doesn't dwell on the negative, he analyzes and adapts.
Like he says, failing is part of the process of pushing limits. Pretty powerful stuff.
Totally. It's about growth, not just winning.
Rocking Ultra also talks about the pressure he's under, being such a big name in the sport.
Yeah, all the attention, sponsors, media, it's got to be intense.
But they highlight how he stays focused on his own goals and motivations.
Running for the love of it, not just the fame.
And of course, there's the physical toll of ultra running. Rocking Ultra doesn't shy away from that.
Yeah, it's brutal on the body.
But they emphasize his disciplined approach to recovery and training. It's all about balance.
They really paint a full picture of Jim Walmsley, the good and the bad.
That's what I love about rockingultra.com. They go beyond just the race results. They dig into the deeper stuff.
So much more to unpack in his story. We're just getting started.
Stay tuned for the next part of our deep dive, where we'll explore even more of Jim's journey.
It's going to be good.
Definitely.
Back again for more on Jim Walmsley.
Diving deeper and still using rockingultra.com as our main source.
Really great stuff on there.
They make it easy to understand, even if you're not like an ultra marathon runner.
Totally. They break it down.
And one thing they do really well is show how Jim's philosophy, that running on the edge, actually plays out in his training.
It's not just talk, it's in his actions.
Rocking Ultra goes deep on his training, and wow, it's intense.
Yeah, over 100 miles a week sometimes.
But it's not just running all the time. It's strategic, different types of runs.
Bills, speed work, long runs, mixing it up.
They talk about how he prepares for anything an ultra can throw at him.
And he does cross-training too, did you know that?
Yeah, strength training, swimming, cycling, the whole package.
Makes sense. It's not just about your legs and ultra running.
You got to be strong all over, prevent injuries.
Rocking Ultra even gives details about his workouts, how long, how intense, how he recovers.
Almost like we're peeking into his training log.
Pretty cool.
But what really stands out is how much Rocking Ultra focuses on the mental side.
Yeah, they don't just say be mentally tough, they go way deeper.
Mindfulness, visualization, staying focused when things get rough.
They share what he tells himself during races, like breaking the distance into smaller chunks.
So you don't get overwhelmed by how far you have to go.
And positive self-talk to stay motivated when you're tired.
That's something anyone can use, not just runners.
Absolutely. Mental game is key.
And Rocking Ultra doesn't just focus on him alone. They talk about his community, too.
His training partners, coaches, the whole ultra running world around him.
Because you can't do it alone, right?
You need people to push you, support you.
They share stories about the camaraderie, the shared experience,
It's inspiring, shows the human side of ultra running.
connecting with people who get it, who understand the challenges.
Anyway, that's what Rocking Ultra does so well. They show the whole picture.
Physical, mental, the community, it's all connected.
A holistic approach, they call it.
And finding joy in the process, even when it's hard.
They quote Jim saying the hardest miles teach you the most.
It's about embracing the tough stuff, finding meaning in it, and Rocking Ultra breaks down his racing strategy too, that aggressive style of his.
Yeah, going out fast, taking the lead early.
It's worked for him, but it's also backfired sometimes.
High risk, high reward, like we said before.
Rocking Ultra explains that it's not just about speed, it's about getting in his opponent's heads.
Making them uncomfortable, pushing them beyond their limits.
So fascinating to see how his philosophy plays out in a race.
We're just scratching the surface here.
We're like your AI tour guides through rockingultra.com.
Head over there for the full experience. They've got something for everyone.
Articles for all levels, and their books on Amazon go even deeper.
Now, in the last part of our deep dive, we'll wrap things up and look at the big takeaways from Jim's incredible journey.
Should be good. All right, we're back. Final part of our deep dive into Jim Walmsley.
Wrapping things up, and gotta say, rockingultra.com has been an awesome source.
Yes, they've given us so much to talk about.
It's inspiring, seeing how he pushes the boundaries.
And that running on the edge philosophy, they really illustrate it well.
Not just words, he lives it. You can see it in everything he does.
His training, his races, even his move to Europe, it's all connected.
And Rocking Ultra does a great job of breaking it down with specific examples.
Yeah, like his training, they really get into the detail.
Highlight how he mixes it up, hills, speed work, long runs on different terrain.
Building strength, endurance, preparing for anything an ultra can throw at him.
It's not just running blindly, it's strategic.
And remember, he does cross-training too. Strength training, swimming, cycling.
It's all about being a well-rounded athlete, preventing injuries.
And Rocking Ultra really emphasizes the mental side too. They don't just skim over it.
They talk about his mindfulness practices, how he visualizes, stays calm under pressure.
They even share some of his mental strategies for races, like breaking the distance down into smaller chunks.
So it doesn't feel so overwhelming, and using positive self-talk to stay motivated.
Those are techniques anyone can use in any challenging situation, not just running.
Absolutely. The mental game is huge.
And Rocking Ultra reminds us that he's not alone in this. They highlight his support system.
His training partners, coaches, the whole ultra running community.
They share stories about the camaraderie, the shared experiences. It's really cool.
It shows that even at the highest level, it's still about human connection, supporting each other.
And Rocking Ultra captures that really well, the human side of this crazy sport.
And they always come back to that running on the edge idea. It's central to his story.
That willingness to take risks, to push beyond his comfort zone, and to learn from every experience.
Whether it's a win or a loss, it's all part of the process.
And Rocking Ultra shows that he's still evolving, still learning, even with all his accomplishments.
He's not complacent. He's always looking for the next challenge.
And they do an amazing job of telling his story with all its ups and downs, its struggles and triumphs.
So if you're looking for inspiration, for practical advice, or just want to learn more about ultra running,
definitely check out rockingultra.com. They have articles for everyone, from beginners to pros.
And their books on Amazon go even deeper. Highly recommend those too.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here, explored Jim Walmsley's running on the edge philosophy.
We've seen how he trains, how he prepares mentally, how he races. It's been quite a journey.
And we hope you've been inspired by his story. We certainly have.
It's a reminder that we can all push our limits, achieve amazing things.
And that the journey itself is just as important as the destination.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. And remember, keep pushing those boundaries.
And if you want even more, head over to rockingultra.com. They've got everything you need.
Until next time, happy running.